Guys, you're back! Welcome back to the farm. Hey, we have got a lot to talk about today. First of all, we're going to start with thanks for watching. We really appreciate all you guys do for us by just simply watching the video. Please, if there is any way that I can assist you with your knowledge of goats or of chickens, making hay, making feed, anything like that, leave a comment and I would love to help you out. We're going to start with feed. Okay, as you can see, I started a new bag. We do apologize. We did record that video, but the audio turned out to be absolute garbage. So we did not post that. We apologize. Okay, the bag started around here. So I've gone through about 30 feet or so. The first bit was not that great. We learned quite a bit on that. I sure did. And the last 4 or 5 days, we've had good feed now. I'm getting mold again. So, birds. I don't like birds. I don't like birds in the barn. I don't like them out here. So, that's the scoop on that. As of feed-wise, I don't think I'm going to have enough to get me through till next spring. But I was talking to a neighbor who said that he had some. I don't know whether he had some for this fall or whether he has some for next spring. So we're going to find out when the time comes. Next thing on the list to show you is we got the barn cleaned out. Just not row 3. It did not need to be done. Hey, silence. It did not need to be cleaned out, but we did row 2. Then I did row 4. And yesterday, I did row 1. The goats are loving it. They're milking much better. Actually, it really wasn't that bad, but you could tell with the smell, the ammonia smell, they didn't like it. So, milk production should be going up, and they're loving the nice bedding. Also, I moved some kids. These pens need to be cleaned out. It's not wet, it's just dirty. Also, I am not set up to feed hay to these youngsters in here, so it makes her a mess and a lot of waste, which of course I don't like to waste things, but that's how it is. This pen's dirty too. It is wet, wetter than I thought it was going to be. I jumped in last night to feed one and I was like, ooh, it's a little squishy. So we're going to get to cleaning out that today, but a couple more things to show you guys yet. Oh, just look at our chickens. Look how big they are. They are... How old are you guys now? 6 weeks? They're 6 weeks old. Yes, you're right. I do need to move my tractor coop. Let's open up here. Show you a little bit better what it's like. Look at them. Got a new feeder today too. Oh man, they've already I had that thing almost full. They've eaten a lot already. I need to go get some more feed. I have some feed. By the way, that feed, my brother and dad on the pig farm, they make their own feed. So what they did was they ordered a special mix, premix, that goes with the soybeans and the corn and the wheat shorts, and they make that for me. So I know, okay, about 3 of the 4 ingredients, no, 2. 2 of the ingredients are grown on their farm. It's the soybean product grown there, and the corn that they put in is grown on their farm. So we know the corn that they're eating. They also do buy corn from my old workplace. So, guys, if you're watching, you might be getting a chicken for Christmas. Don't cross your fingers, though. Also, with these birds, they are a mix. We bought a mix. So the boys, believe it or not, if you bought males, they were like $1 more as a chick. A day-old chick. was like $4 for a male, or $2.50 something is what we paid for the mix. So how I look at it, all of the males that we have are a complete bonus. So if there was only one, I saved $1. Okay? Now, I can count a lot more than one. I can see them now. I couldn't at the beginning, but I can see them now. I've also noticed, in comparison to the tractor coop that I knew growing up as a kid, the chickens didn't have as much room to run around. And these guys, they do run around a fair bit. So I'm hoping that that makes for some really good chicken legs. And also when they run, they do like to flap their wings. So I'm hoping that because we all know that meat that you eat is muscle, right? So I'm really hoping that the more running and flapping that they do, the more muscle that they build, the more healthy of a bird and a bigger bird that they make, like a stockier bird rather than just a fat bird. We don't want fat birds, we want stocky birds. Also, really cool function. I got an outdoor tap installed so I don't have to take the water bucket all the way from there to the barn. Yeah, I know, you're laughing at me all the way. Eric, that's like 200 feet. You're right. But it's really nice having a hose that just comes right out of the house. Really nice. It's one of those cool frost taps. Yes, our wood pile is diminishing quickly. And I don't know what's with my chickens, but they love digging in this stuff. It's not like there's any nutrients in there at all. There might be bugs, actually. But they love to dig holes and lay in there. Look at them. I'm getting all in there. Oh. That's where they spend the majority of their day, is there or underneath the feed bins. They like to hang out down there. And they also like to hang out in here because of the straw bales. Their food and water in here is in here as well, but they like to, you can see all the rustling that they do in here. They like to search for the wheat seeds because this is wheat straw, of course, right? So they like to dig for little pieces of wheat and straw. We also got some more chickies. Look at how cute they are. Oh, and they eat a lot. That feeder was right to the top. We got another 50. This was not a week ago. This was only a couple days ago that I got these. It's Friday and I got them on Tuesday. Back in the goat barn. We are approaching kidding season again. So our group that we bred in January, I'm going to say the middle of January, is fast approaching. There's one in here. She's laying down now, but she's already starting to bag up. So I'm going to tell you that it very well could be next week that we start to see a lot of kids. Like, look how big this mama is. Oh, yeah, mama. They're starting to get to that uncomfortable stage. Now, these ones are the same group as these ones. So if you go back to our beginning of breedings video that we did back in January, you will see our process of beginning to breed, and that was all from this pen, but a bunch of them dried off early enough that I moved them back over to there because I didn't want to feed them the same amount as I was feeding the ones that were still milking, because they would just put on more fat, and having fat goats is a problem with kidding. You get what they call pregnancy toxemia, and what that does is the mother's not able to feed them enough, plus also sustain their own body condition. And then as the kids get bigger, they start to push things around, and then it causes problems if they're too fat. So that is also why I have a DNRB. A DNRB. A DNRB group means do not rebreed group. because one, they're older, and two, they're a little bit on the heavier side of things. Last but not least, update. We power washed in here. It doesn't look like it on the floor because they make a disaster of that really quickly. But I just want to let you guys know I power washed this in the morning. I did my chores, went in, had a bite to eat, came back out, power washed, and I was done by 11:30, 12 o'clock, just before lunch. And then by the time it came to doing chores again, milking at 6, it was dry. It took me an hour longer than normal to milk. Why, you ask? Because it's different. It was dirty and dark in there, and they were used to it. I had the group over there, that's the first group we milked, row 1. That's full of goats that are older, more mature, and have been milking a lot longer. And I had to push. Now, when I mean push, I don't mean like just a little shove. I had to literally force them all in to be like, hey, this is the same room. You got milked here this morning. You don't need to be so stubborn. But they were. They were just stubborn. They didn't want to go in. So that's why it took me so much longer, because there might have been a handful of goats that went in on their own, but I literally had to push them all in. Now they're back to being normal, where they, trample each other over to get in. But they're better now. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's enough talking. We got to get to work. We got to clean out this pen for these kids and get them rebedded, so that they can get lots of sleep. We also need to clean the mom replacer and fill it up with milk replacer. Let's get to work now. And we're done. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm just finishing cleaning this thing, mom replacer. We appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see more content, just hit up our little emblem thingy, I guess you would call that, on the side of the video down by the comment section there, and that'll bring you to our particular YouTube channel, and you can search through all the videos that we have. We thank you for watching. God bless, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.